people to fill them. For example, I carried out a search on Indeed and saw a couple of medical science liaison roles. Some of these are remote for people who love remote working. In this era of AI, interpersonal skills are non-negotiable. For this role, required education is accredited healthcare, professional pharmacist or life science degree, PhD or MSc. So if you have a bachelor's degree in a science subject, you can consider applying for a role like this. If you have experience in a pharmaceutical company or health service company, along with a degree, you may be able to work effectively in this role as well. Higher degrees such as an MSc or PhD would give you an edge. Required skills and experience, as follows. Ability to tailor communication across multiple healthcare, professional groups. In-depth knowledge of market access and clinical approval processes within the geography. Technical competencies required are experience in interpretation and writing of scientific information. Required behaviors and competencies are a strong communicator in a one-to-one and group setting. Verbal and non-verbal, using appropriate industry and medical language. Monitor and ensure compliance with company policies. Excellent project planning. Organization, implementation, and tracking skills. Required languages. Fluent in English, both written and spoken. Travel required in percent is 70%. The job purpose is reporting to the medical director. The Medical Scientific Liaison, MSL, will lead the medical and scientific activities within the northern region of the UK to inform and educate physicians, support staff, payers, and any other relevant industry groups on Recordati's portfolio. The MSL must also support and comply with all relevant internal and external regulations, guidelines and policies at both local and international level. The key responsibilities are Key responsibilities. 1. Scientific expertise. 2. Established as an internal and external product and disease area expert, including treatment guidelines, protocols, engage in discussions on and support clinical research projects, including real-world data studies, to respond in a timely manner to unsolicited requests from healthcare professionals for medical scientific information, to communicate and disseminate scientific information across the internal and external stakeholder groups, to deliver internal and external product and disease state training as required, to monitor and maintain up-to-date knowledge on all products and companies' activities relevant to the disease area, responsibility for attending national and international scientific meetings as required, to gather current scientific information and to address HCP's unsolicited questions. 2. Call management, to serve as the primary scientific contact with healthcare professionals at a regional or national level on the specific disease area. 2. Support clinical development activities in the assigned therapy area. To organize and engage in medical interactions with KOLs. 2. Build relationships with external experts, for example, healthcare professionals, payers, patient groups, through robust scientific dialogue, to work cross-functionally to connect KOLs with other internal and external parties as appropriate, to support specific events as required by the company, including COL-led meetings and medical symposia, advisory board meetings and congresses, to identify and develop potential areas of medical collaboration with KOLs, to work with the local, regional, national, and international collaborative groups, guidelines committees as needed to ensure accurate and timely dissemination of product and disease state information. 2. Identify suitable publication projects through ongoing relationships with KOLs, to engage in discussions on and support clinical research projects, including real-world data studies. 3. Territory management, to maintain knowledge on current treatment pathways, protocols and practices across defined geographical area, to ensure an up-to-date knowledge of hospitals, KOLs' competitor activities, studies, trends, influencers, formularies, buyers, reimbursement providers across area to support clinical development activities in the assigned therapy area, if relevant, such as site identification and assessment, safety and product training for external clinical trial teams, addressing study subject retention and other scientific issues in partnership with the clinical operations and medical teams. Point 4. Organizational effectiveness to take ownership of medically led projects, as agreed with the Senior Medical Affairs Director, to represent the medical department at national and international meetings, congresses and symposia, draft and collate reports from relevant sessions. To work within the policies and procedures of Recordati's internal and external regulations at all times, to act as an ambassador for Recordati at all times, to produce and implement a comprehensive annual medical and scientific plan that anticipate and support the requirements for product and disease information, where and when necessary, make swift changes to address changing customer needs, to track and manage OPEX in line with the approved budget,